What up, YouTube? It's your boy Clipper the Clipper, and I'm back at it. And in this video topic and discussion, and the people I'll be tagging, which is Casper Site, Jesky, Chuck, and a few others, I'm gonna be talking about, the UFOs and orbs that you are seeing in the footage that you are viewing and showing. For all my UFO heads, I'm able to come into a UFO. And as I explained before, incorporeal, intangible, and in ghostly form, you have a circuit in those forms. You have like a conveyor belt. You have like a track, like an amusement park, in which these organic drones, which is the gray aliens that are already built for their job and know what they're doing, they're meeting the land and we can see it incorporeally. So what I want to tell you something that's very, very important right now, if I could get your attention. I have children, and in the footage that everybody's amazed about is the bomb, excuse me, is the missile that was used in Vietnam or Yemen, sorry, Yemen, to knock down the UFO. Now, certain UFOs could be touched, and certain UFOs cannot be touched. The UFOs that look hot and they have that magnetic effect, I don't think humans should be touching them like Bob Lazar or shooting them down. I think uh, those UFOs should be able to take its course and let it do what it do. And that's why I think our punishment is the lack of heat, because all of the UFOs that you're able to knock down, because all UFOs aren't able to be knocked down, those ones look hot and they look like they on track to warm the earth when it lands. But unfortunately, governments do not allow it to land. But I'm bringing up this footage, and I'm gonna make this a little more religious and governmental, because the date of that footage, which is October 30th, 2024, last year, that is my youngest daughter's birthday. I've never seen my kids. Now, let me tell you, and I'm gonna make it religious to show you, because all of you Christians, Muslims, and Jews, you play, you talk, Islam. I'm talking about all different sects of Christianity, all different types of Judaism. Y'all all communicate in the six-pointed star of Hindu and Hindi and speaking Hindi, right? So I'm just gonna put y'all onto something. People think that those, I know the word of the machine starts with an S, but you could relate it to a UFO. And if you look at both of the gods of Vishnu and Shiva, they have stories of their children, right? You understand that? They children. So if you're looking at what I taught people, if it looks like a fidget spinner, if you're using a fidget spinner, what are you doing? You're dwelling in teaching, dwelling in teaching. That's what the gray alien is also going through. That's what Shiva was basically turned to. He was turning gray, and Vishnu was turned green. Vishnu had a whole bunch of children. He had a whole bunch of children, and Shiva had consorts, other wives, but Vishnu's sister just happened to be one of Shiva's consorts, one of his wives. So the story goes a little deeper than what people know. You only know the organic, basic stuff. So Vishnu had about 10 children, and the way he lived his life was completely different than Shiva. But I'm bringing that up because I never had full possession of my children. I never got to touch them, hug them, kiss them, or nothing. And I know it's my kids, despite how science and medical came together and made life. All right. So you're showing there's a whole bunch of videos that's in this season, if not on the birthdays of my children. And I already showed y'all, and people seen it in person, that I'm not like everybody else, that I went through something in the shows, regardless of what you take it or what it is, whether it's science, medical, or religious. Okay? So I feel like if you're frightened by the UFOs or if you're aware of them, I summon them to attack people because I want my kids. So that's my youngest daughter's birthday, right? Just think about it like this. But during this season, her older sisters were being made organically in October. So I organically started something in 2007. You see what I'm saying? And in 2016, basically, or 2015, organically started something around the same season. So it's like a wheel. That's why I said it's like a circuit. And I'm not frightened. I catch a whole bunch of the UFOs. And that's why I know those are my kids, because that has everything to do with parental guidance in Hindu because of those words, dwelling and teaching. Now it's in a different language, whether it's Yiddish, Hebrew, or or the Jewish language, but I know the Jewish language dwelling and teaching, and they use it in government, and it's called Vasu Sastra. Vasu Sastra. Vasu Sastra. That's it in the Jewish language, is dwelling and teaching. So they related, King Shiva, King Vishnu, King Brahma. Just me personally, I don't think they was talking the Jewish language, but the Jewish people related, you know, the quote unquote fidget spinner or the UFO, the Sahara or something like that. They related it to dwelling and teaching, Vasu Sastra, and that's their translation. And a lot of Americans and a lot of people don't know that translation, don't know that language. It means dwelling and teaching. And they have a certain model. It comes from Indian architecture and Indian knowledge from India. See, when I talk about the slave trade, I'm not talking about back and forth to Africa, what happened. Let's talk about the slaves that went to the Caribbean. Let's talk about the slaves that went to uh, Saudi Arabia. Let's talk about the slaves that went to the European people. Yeah, that from America. I'm talking about the Indian slaves. See, they didn't talk about that. They just make it look like it was the African people. You know, they try to make new species. They try to make people and everything. You see what I'm saying? They try to make people and make new looking people. They tried to create that from what they seen. They obviously seen something a long, long time ago. So that's what I'm getting with that. Okay. So like I said, if you're able to look in the Hindu, you see that those two things. If you notice, Brahma don't have it. You see what I'm saying? He doesn't have the drink, and there's another half of anointment with King Shiva, and it's like Vishnu is gone forever. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of these head signs and sign movements or whatever. You're not frightening me. You're kind of making me mad, and a lot of the UFOs is talking to y'all, and y'all not grasping the concept that you could be zapped too. I'm just saying. Certain joints can get hit out of the sky by men. Certain joints they give out because it's a magnet. It's obvious whatever like elements is in it is magnetically molded in that joint. That's mating. That's mating. That's like making a new human. That's like going to Antarctica and getting one of them deformed giants and mating it with one of the savages that live out in the real world, like in the jungles across the world. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff they do. Like I said, the Lunar Order made the Wolfman. Like they said, when the UFO encountered, that's why people believe in the Bible. They stay by it because they seen people stand out. Certain people stand out, but they left certain knowledge out. They left that the prophets was praying or they had a certain way, a certain language to summon UFOs. I think it was Hebrew. I think it was Hebrew. They was talking Hebrew, and when they was summoning UFO in front of people, they would pray to it. That's You can't say it didn't happen because you wasn't there. And if you from Pakistan where the celestial embodiment of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva and the consorts came. If you're from over there, you wasn't at the Garden of Eden in, as a regular human being. I'm not saying that God's wasn't. Maybe their presence obviously is, but I'm saying the people that recorded it, the smart ones. You know how you record a UFO sighting, or or they used to draw it and stuff like that, and then they used to talk, yeah, instead of having the camera, and then them aliens dropped off the camera from the other super planet. Yeah, that's how that dream really worked. I'm dead serious. Dead serious. Why is the UFO on my daughter's birthday? My youngest too, is she Spanish, and all they do out here is search for the paranormal. For the paranormal, because it's paranormal. All of these people that's looking crazy, you could spray some snake repellent on them, and they face a change. The snake repellent. Go to the hardware store. Go to one of those repellent stores. They got repellent like Costco's or something. Go find a snake repellent. You gonna see people start changing. You could talk. You could do it, and you could actually explain why they have that effect. Certain people don't have it, and certain people do. And I told you before, it's the back of the brain. Everybody has reptilian sensory in the back of the brain. Everybody. Reptilian sensory. So that certain people back of their brain, they work their back of their brain harder than the next person. That's just obvious. Certain people work the front, certain people work the side. Bob Ross, the painter, you see, that's left brain. That's strictly, you see how nice he was? That's strictly left brain. So y'all wasn't his left brain as Bob Ross, because you couldn't do that as groovy as he did. So this is my point, that the brain could be used, and it is used a different way. So they notice when you tap into the brain differently and awkwardly, you start seeing the other side of the fence, the incorporeal, the ghostly, the intangible, because it's stronger. It has to come to corporeal. Color is color. Once it receives full color and not that electric digital look, you know that electric digital look scares the shit out you. That's why them gray fucking UFOs. That's why them shits like they about to zap you. Facts. Once that shit come to color, that shit is dead. It's dead like us, dead ass. Cause it's an earth of degeneration. It only makes sense. So, yeah, too. You know what I'm saying? I guess you just, until I hear something, a definition. Because the stuff I got is all around seasons. You know? It's about seasons and all of that. It's the same season. Them dreams go away. It's like we missing something. Like we don't know something, we missing something. We trying to pick up on it naturally, but for some reason we blocked. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. Remember, it's a timing belt. It's like a circuit. It's like a conveyor belt. Like invisible. Like we can see it, but we can't see it. I'm dead ass serious. That's why them joints can make that move that way. Because it's incorporeal. We can see it, but we can't see it. We don't live up there. We not the Jetsons. That's my point about a lizard man from a super Earth and the Jetsons. And then peep the colors. Peep the colors of the robot. The robot is like a black person. Listen to the way she talk. Go listen to the robot and the way she talk. And now look at the colors. Now look at the opposite. It was the Flintstones. That's Lizard Man right there. Going on the Native Americans. And it's, yeah, and use the aboriginal color. That's perfect. Because if you use red or black, you're gonna have a plane flying in the building sooner or later. So show the other story. Don't show the other story. Yeah, That's how that joint is really blatant in your face. Boom, just like that. Bam. And you know what's fucked up and it's foul? Is people grown as is men. And this is the men I'm pulling up. It's grown as men that still don't understand the power of a female on planet Earth. They just not convinced enough. That's what's sad. And when you can't get your kids, you can see it. That's it right there. There's nothing you can do. There's no, you don't have to see the magic side. It's just right there. When you can't have your kids, and your kids came from you, you can't. There's nothing you can say or do. There's an imaginary, there's an incorporeal, ghostly barrier. There, I said it. I don't care. I said it. There's a barrier that stops the genders in certain shit. And colonialism was a part of it. Because when the girls got the opportunity and they took advantage of it back in the day, when the witches, they used to come outside with the mirror and the knife and they chopping their husband, chopping the children, chopping the animals. When the bitches started wilding out up, it was up here. It wasn't in the South. That shit was up here. New York. I'm snitching. Massachusetts. Connecticut. I don't want to be up here. New Jersey. Pennsylvania. Yeah, them bitches wild out. They slid that shit under the fucking, under the education, the whole fucking mountain. Fuck the railroad. The shit passed by. That's just a way to kill you. They tried to bury that shit. They put that shit under a fake-ass mountain. Facts. That shit was terrible. Niggas start rebelling. That's where the 6-point star came. That's where the 6-point star is justified. They started double-teaming girls and catching this and putting this. You know how Jesus was hung on the cross? Supposedly, they started putting the girls on a 6-pointed star. I put that on my life. You learn that shit. Dead-ass serious. That's why niggas if you got a problem with the 5-point star, you're sane. Because that's what the bitches use. They use the 5-point star to take over the whole planet over here, the earth over here, and did that foul ass shit. Yeah. Facts. I seen it coming from a mile away. That's why I feel like a guardian for planet Earth sometimes. Because all of that shit is being erased. It's not happening when I'm here. It's gonna have to be a purge. I see one of them bitches turn into Chucky or Annabelle Lee or Tilly or somebody. It's going down. I'm blowing that bitch away. I'm blasting her. I don't give a fuck how old she is. I didn't get to see my kids. Y'all niggas is complaining about UFOs. The fucking UFOs is on my kid's birthday. There's a story for your ass, nigga. And that shit was 9 months. That shit wasn't preserved like the other ones. That shit is up in the air, and I'm still punching niggas in the face right now to this day. Yeah. So we live in action. Just because it's a previous recorded video, and you get it a fucking seconds later. So and you know what was amazing? When you see the UFO get hit, just now, this shit came back together. It blew the tail, like the 3 pieces of the tail off. And the shit magnetically went back together. It died. This is what happened. The shit died. It was corporeal, and it went incorporeal, meaning it vanished, disintegrated, disappeared, ghostly, deadass, and just went right back on the joint without motherfuckers knowing. It took shape. That shit was frightening. I said, because you seen how big that missile was? I said, oh shit. And that shit was, and the missile went 995 miles per hour. 995. Caught it, pow. You can't catch Vishnu's his UFO. You can't catch that one. You can't catch that black shit like that either. You try to catch that black shit, that shit'll sting your ass. And you know better not to go back to that platinum and silver shit. King Shiva, you already know. They don't even try, nigga. They get the jets. Yeah, they get the jets and they escort them out. Dead ass serious. Seen it with my own two eyes. Yeah, certain shits they blow out the sky and that's stupid. That's how you know they just cold. They making us cold. Dead ass serious. They just making us cold. They taking the heat away from everybody. That TC 3828 shit. That shit is not no UFO. That shit is a weather machine. That other black cube. That other black cube that could rise up. That's a weather machine too. But them shits that they blowing away, that look like it's molten in fire and electricity and yeah, that's the wrong thing to do. They don't do them shits with the big dogs. You know that, you see that, right? Yeah, they ain't gonna waste their money. The missile was probably like $19 million. Dead ass serious. It's just not gonna tell you. They probably paid like $19 million just to shoot that shit off at the nigga. At the poor little organic UFO. Dead ass serious. Try with the big daddies, and it's over, nigga. Try it with that shit. They know better. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you seen effects of a little. They got like the little foot soldiers that come out and they disengage and they take away all the electricity out the missile or the drone. Yeah, that shit start happening. It's biblical. Nothing is just not going to just happen right then and there. It's gonna be a whole bunch of days where a bunch of helicopters they just gonna fall out the sky and all that shit. Yeah, it's gonna get ugly. I dare you. The green shit, they don't show the green shit because that shit is frightening. They don't show the green shit. The green shit that's in the Spanish countries. That's why I'm racist. Y'all need to show that shit. Facts. Pakistan don't even have that shit. To be honest with you. And that's where the nigga's dead ass embodiment is. That's where his embodiment, his funeral, his whole funeral ordeal. You see how he had a great burial supposedly? Yeah, how people act out, that comes from Vishnu. They don't show that. Yeah, they don't show the green UFO. Yeah. And I triple dog dare you. When somebody triple dog dare you, that mean you gotta do it. So that's why people stop hanging out with niggas. Because niggas start saying, I triple dog dare you, knowing you gotta do it. Yeah, and then other wild and bizarre shit used to happen or be axed. Yeah, they escort. You see the ones they escort, right? Oh, yeah, they learned their lesson years ago. And the axe, just think about what I asked. I said I want them shit to attack you. I put money on it. The big silver shit that everybody frees that don't come to New York, but he can summon some shit to come to New York. Yeah, I put money on it. If the United States government or any government shoot at that shit when he come out, it's a wrap. I bet you niggas start getting attacked by UFOs. I put my life on. I bet any amount of money. I bet any. That's what them cards, Illuminati cards. Remember that shit? And remember all the you had the alien wars. You didn't think it was real. The squid, the octopus, and all that shit. Remember all that shit? Remember Suck for Dry and Left for Dead, and you thought it was Barack Obama with the blue tuxedo and the dead black man in the street? The other cards had the UFOs attacking the people. I dare you. I dare the nicest government. That's why I'm not scared of these niggas. I dare him to attack that shit. I dare him. You niggas really gonna see something crazy. You think that shit is something? Everybody out here that's insanely degreed on certain things, you gonna fall off a fucking cliff. I'm dead ass serious. Word to everything I love. You might wake up in your bed the next day. Dead ass serious. And this shit might kill you again the next day. Dead ass serious. You see they won't shoot at that shit? You see they won't. They know what they doing. Facts. 100%. Just saying. When I see a UFO and I record this shit, I'm supposed to see it. I wasn't scared of nothing. It meant something to me. When I caught it myself. Other niggas is ducking and running. They scared. Yeah, go check my footage. And it got mad dark. It got mad dark. When I seen it got dark, I said them shits is gone. They left. They left. It got mad dark. In July, it was dark. Believe it or not. Certain days, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, it was dark. Because it was cold. It was still cold. They confusing them shits. They not going to hit them. They going to try to confuse the weather. I guess that's the manipulation that they caught on to. Because they won't hit that big shit, and they won't show that green shit, and they won't hit that green shit either. Hell no. Yeah. Fuck around though. That shit come out and it's another terrorist attack, and one of them crazy motherfuckers hit that big ass gray shit that New York want to see. It's a wrap, nigga. It's over. It's over. That's a perfect terrorist attack. You have, Muhammad Atef, that was his name, that did the 9/11 shit. Yeah, have the 2.0 of him go out in a blaze. Yeah, tell him this is his country. Go bring him, go to Sawyer, tell him he a Barksdale. Have me a picture. Look, here I am. Tell him I'm his cousin and let him go fucking berserk. And it's a wrap. And Trump gonna hit that shit. Niggas is gonna start getting fucking planted. Yes, in the streets. Them shits is gonna come like the little shits. They gonna come like 50 deep out the sky. Dead ass serious. And start fucking attacking the shit out of it. I'm dead ass serious. You niggas gonna start seeing hallucinations. That's what it's called. Hallucinations. Mirages. All of that shit. You're going to start panicking. Your heart is going to get crazy. You're not going to be able to die or nothing. It's going to be the funniest shit ever. I'm dead ass serious. That's how that shit is. That's why they stopped hitting them shits. That's why the super aliens from the super planet say stop using nuclear energy. Because we are shadow planet and the nuclear energy is dirtying our shit up. Facts. It's messing up the air. Facts. Incorporeal, corporeal, look it up. Dead serious. They won't. Yeah. See, you know who would hit that shit besides Muhammad Atef and them? Any one of the Asians? Yeah, I'm just waiting for it. There's no need to go into the graphic detail. The Asian is not going to be from over here. You feel me? He probably going to be monkeyed out, high or something. They'll do that shit. Facts. Try to hit one of them. Yeah, try to hit the green one and see what happens. That's the fantasy world. Yeah, that's the fantasy world. That divisional scary funeral nigga, the nigga that look like he about to carry your urn to your parents. Yeah, it's true. It doesn't matter what I say or how you interpret it. That's a part of what the fuck he's known for in real life. That's him. That's his embodiment. I just say it in the 2025 layman terms, motherfucker. That's what that motherfucker was, a gangster. Besides his sexual appetite, he was a fucking, yeah. That nigga was, his embodiment is in animals. His embodiment is the definition of a lion. Excuse me. That nigga is, that's what that shit is. He's 100% lion. You know, like the Panthera Leo. Leo Panthera, yeah. That's what that nigga is. That show you it's a mind game. Go watch the Lions. The Lions is playing mind games because them niggas is not talking English, Patois, Arabic, or Swahili. They don't talk Caribbean either. They just not. Ain't talking Asian, nothing. They sitting up there playing a mind game in front of you. It's the most obvious truth ever. Yeah. You better go look at him again. He's ready to bash you and just bury you. Yeah, if you're against his will, I'm dead serious. The real one, the real story, not what people thought when you first seen it. So, You see the pictures of Jesus, right? And you see when he was praying to the UFOs. You see that the people ain't do none of them UFOs. I don't know if they had nuclear technology and Tsar bombers and shit back in them days. I'm just being real. But you got two stories. Like I said, you got two stories. That's all I'm saying. They wasn't throwing rocks at them. Them joints, you feel me? They learned the hard way. Think about that. They escort him. They escort his. Like I said, it's a circuit, right? It's like jail bars, conveyor belts and shit. Yeah, they escort him. Yeah. Go to Richmond. He either by himself coming out the insanity ward. Sometimes they don't escort him. He goes where he wants to go, or they escort him. I'm being real, not shooting nothing that way. Y'all gotta put it together. I'm just being real. I'm just being honest with you. Word up. Word up. You got all types of stuff being leaked. I'm talking about the Lunar Order and SGA because SGA looks like, the Lunar Order is old. This is nothing new. But it looks like SGA was created in the Lunar Order and he's being accepted and being taught by his teammates to be a leader. Because SGA got game. He's like a young Kobe. He's like a mini Kobe. You see what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate the way he play basketball because he get busy. He's undersized for what it is. He probably bigger than Iverson, but he's still undersized for what it is. Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, you know what I'm saying? And boy, go to work. Got a championship. It's over. Nothing you can say or do. They already show him getting digital, but you see how they sneak it in there. And that's my point about two different type of beings when I'm talking about that certain religion. They have it on two different sides. You know what I'm saying? So you start to look at shallow water as opposed to deep water. A squid or octopus, it can live on land, but you call it an alien and it's underwater. So it's stuff like that. Like the UFOs is parental. Facts. You gotta hand the kids over. Otherwise, you know what? I'm gonna become like the real Jim Jones, like the priest, the real priest, the real white guy that did the real. I'm gonna try to become like him to show the struggling parents and the parents that want to be parents. I want them to hit the fucking UFO when it come out so it can attack certain people, because people don't think that shit is true. And people don't think that you're gonna wake up in your bed. It's true. That shit is true. You're gonna wake up in your bed. Facts. You're gonna wake up in your bed. Whether it's corporally or incorporally. I'm dead ass serious. Them cards is old. Certain things can be touched. Bob Lazar is cursed. He's cursed. Don't nobody want to be around him. It ain't about him hiding information. You touch something. We don't want to be around your germ ass. You see what I'm saying? You see how it's just the basics sometimes? Sometimes it doesn't have to be rooted as racism. It can be rooted as you're dirty or you're dangerous or hazardous. Yeah, nigga. You can't pay me to be around Deshae, and that's my cousin on both sides of my family. Yes. What if he has a little monkey power and all of a sudden I wake up with the STD and I get zapped by a UFO or something? The paranormal starts talking to him and he's in a world that I've never seen. I'm not frightened by him. I'm just not trying to wake up with herpes and I didn't do nothing. You feel me? And shit like that. I'm dead ass serious. Like, no, I'm a parent. Kai Cenat is my first kid. He's my kid. But I have children. I have real life children. Okay? That's her birthday. Dead serious. I'm being held. Y'all niggas is shooting UFOs out the sky. You're shooting organic, natural shit out the sky. Hello? Some organic and natural like me having my children. And using your witch, your fucking colonial behavior. Yeah. So since you bitches is waiting for the nuke, how about you really tell King Shiva how you feel? Fuck the green one. We don't see it. Go for the gray one. Be my guest, bitch. Cause let me tell you something. These bitches get zapped, nigga. You heard? Dead ass serious. Zapped. Put on a cloud. Yeah, until she's ready to wake up in her bed or off the fucking street. Just like him across the street that got zapped the same way. She got zapped. Since you're bold, right? Yeah, right? Just fuck the nuke, right? Yeah, fuck the nuke. Yeah, I said the same thing. Don't drop it in California second. Don't drop it in Georgia first. And make us, pray out as we get hit third. Don't do it. Hit the gray UFO. The Mac Daddy, nigga. The King. The Lord. Yeah, tell the Lord how you feel. Yeah, it's a rat, nigga. Watch. Dead ass serious. If people didn't know that. I know people ain't know that. Certain people ain't know that. That was in your Bible. I'm just saying. Now, like I said, a whole bunch of stuff is left out. All of that stuff is Judaism too. It's Islam. It's all the same stuff. They ripped certain stuff out, left it out completely. There's certain things they stuck to. Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about when them joints ascended from heaven and the non-believers started getting zapped. Facts. Since I gotta get called pussy, or since I gotta get made fun of for being stabbed, like a nigga ain't sneak me, like I'm sitting up there letting somebody stab me or cut me. There's a difference. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference between somebody sitting up there and letting them do that, or a hater. You feel me? Like, it's a difference. So I'm a parent by nature. You feel me? That's the karma. That's the 6-point star that the women got hung on. That's the fidget spinner. I'm just saying. If I'm telling you it's a circuit, it's a belt, it's like a track, a race car track, like an electric race car track. If I'm telling you it's like that incorporeally, you should just take my advice. Y'all niggas been searching for me your whole fucking life. Y'all been holding your breath, doing yoga, hoping to wake up with your favorite color in your face. Searching for answers. I've been talking about this shit. I've been telling niggas about this shit. They got the grandfather owl judges. They got the people that look like owls as judges in the South in the Commonwealth. You want to see the people that look like they came from Antarctica? You have to go to the motherland. You have to go. Yeah, the motherland is Virginia. This is America. There was a human started in Africa and stuff like that. Okay. There's something over here too. You want to see, the bird-like people? You want to see the COs that look like lizards? that's on the steroid shit too. Yeah, go to Virginia. You can see them niggas just walking around. They got a downtown. There's only one downtown. So when you go down there, like in and out, you can see something like this. And the gray UFO makes that approach all the time. The first White House is in Virginia. Just saying. The first White House is in Virginia. The first White House is still there also. Yeah, so, since y'all like playing games and y'all like laughing and y'all like, y'all like being creative and thoughtful, and you just don't want to hear about no suffocation and no nukes, and you Harlem shaking in your bed and stuff like that, you don't want to hear about that, then we been said play with the paranormal. Attack the UFO, the gray UFO. We all know that, right? I'm not the only one that know that shit. I'm not the only one that know when you dance in front of a UFO like this, that you could change its course. You could piss it off. I'm not the only one that know that, right? Or is this new facts? I mean, get your cameras ready. I'm ready to show y'all. I need some binoculars or something. Yeah, you will see a judge. He's going to turn into a human bird right in front of you. I don't know if it's a chicken, a hen, a rooster, or an owl. I don't know. But it's just like this shit look like on TV. Dead ass serious. That type of shit is down there. Yeah. See, that's the motherland. When you violate Virginia, you're getting your ass whipped, served, and all. You're getting violated. Doesn't matter. You could be wherever you're from. If you keep disrespecting Virginia, something bad is going to happen to you. The fatherland is North Carolina. Like I stated before. Yeah, New York is in trouble. Virginia is rape. New York is not a female's name. I don't care what you do or how you play it off and how scared you get. There's nothing you can say. New York that's your problem. New York was made for cash, capital, and income, not for a beautiful woman. Okay? North Carolina? Yeah, I'm dead ass serious. That's yeah. He got 2 daughters. One is in the South. Dead ass serious. It's not how you think. Dead ass. Y'all always trying to rhyme and match, right? Always. They got pyramids or everything. Yo, it's crazy. But UFOs have everything with parental, let's say, possession. It's parental possession. So, if my youngest, if she is looking at, see, I didn't think about that, but if she's watching the videos, she gonna understand that. I'm proud of myself that she can understand that. It's all parental. Facts. So you got UFOs you're not gonna get rid of. You got UFOs that's intimidating you. And since y'all wanna see something, y'all want a blockbuster ending, tell them they have to strike on the gray UFOs. They gotta get busy. They gotta hurry up. When they have these meetings, the people in the upper panel, they know their history. They know what they're talking about. The new people that made a whole bunch of money with content and their explanation of what's going on, they're really giving the people on the panel a headache, an attitude, giving them an attitude, making them groggy and shit like that. Seriously, because we're past it. But people are not connecting everything. We are weather. If you think you a god, then you have to call yourself weather. You are weather. You see what I'm saying? For people that's in religion, you call yourself a god. You have to understand that you are weather. You're weather. You know what I'm saying? You're weather to your child. So I'm telling you, a UFO has everything to do with weather. Feel me? It's possession. I don't have mine. The government is not allowing me to have mine. And the government is shooting natural UFOs out the sky. The government is stopping me from living on the Indian reservation in Virginia. When in my blood test, I have Virginia Indian in my blood. It's over 34%. Facts. So, I hope them shit start attacking all y'all niggas. That's why I hope y'all get bold. Y'all call me out any other way in y'all little magical world. Yeah, that's that. There it is. There goes the skeleton key. You don't need to draw a fucking pinnacle on the floor no more, bitch. Or break all the mirrors. Go fuck the president, cause he'll cheat on his bitch, and ask him to shoot him and Elon to come to an agreement and try to launch one of them rockets at one of them big daddies, and it's going down. It's going. I'm going outside. I know for a fact. I know I'm not going nowhere. I'm not getting zapped. I want to see that shit so bad. Not necessarily when niggas come. Think about that shit now too. If it's called spawning. Spawn, like he spawned. He's your friend. And his eyes is super black and he hungry or he need a couple of pennies, to get a loaf of bread. You don't know where homie came from. He picked up your basketball, he shot your basketball. You still frozen in petrified soul state because these three niggas just came out of the field, out of nowhere. You feel me? And they look like they was smoking embalming fluid, the water, the shit DDG used to smoke, and Kai and them used to smoke. That dead man. Facts. Not necessarily him spawning it, but I want to see a nigga get taken out. That shit is, that's what I want to see. I have to see that shit. And I want to see, and I want to record it. This is the punishment. If I can't have my kids, I need to be entertained. Please help me out. There's nothing, you feel what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing else. I want to see that shit. Bad. Pass everything. I don't care about no tiny tree people. I don't care about no gnomes. Yeah, the gnomes. There's gnomes in New York. People don't know that there's gnomes in New York. There's gnomes in New York. I don't care about none of that shit. I want to see the UFO come attack. Attack. I want them to come attack. Yeah, I want to see that. I know it's possible. Facts. I know it's possible, and and listen, y'all slept on me. Y'all didn't think I knew shit like that. Facts. Y'all didn't think I knew that shit. Come on. You want to get gully, get gully. Facts. Huh? You kidding me? Do it and see what happens. Yeah, I know. Listen, from experience, I know that, there's different orbs and stuff. Certain joints is orbs and stuff. And certain joints you see that the government don't play with. But I know for a fact that they learned their lesson. They learned their lesson like a long time ago. And we still going through that type of behavior. It's just certain people, they get eliminated. And once they eliminate it, it's game over. What you thought? Nothing else is gonna happen. The next day, I'm dead ass serious. I'm dead ass serious. Nothing is gonna happen. Because certain people are not gonna see it. Certain people are not gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? It's quick. Gone. Snap of a finger, gone. Yeah, they escort King Shiva. See, they know better. That's not no mothership. No, it's not. A mothership ain't like that. A mothership is made for it to come get us and take us to Super Earth. Duh. There's nothing fucking crazy about that shit. The airplane could just go missing because 3 orbs made the shit go a different direction or something. Get the fuck out of here. A mothership is going to take you to the Super Earth. That's what that shit is about. The motherships ain't no. They call them the motherships, but they not motherships. They tried to give it a harmonizing title because we all love our mom. So we have a nice little frequency, a nice little hum under the word mom or mother or anything associated. Because they know if they aggravate you, see the name Shiva, Shiva. You see how it is, right? If you see what happened to Lilith, went on the highest mountain and called the name of God. And then she got cursed, and she got disappeared and cursed. Yeah. Who do you think they talk about? What do you think the translation is? Like I said, I dare you to take a shot at a gray UFO. Yeah, one of the kings, one of the lords. You see what happens in the bee life, the queen bee? Go kill a queen bee. Watch how you could go miles away and the bees is gonna follow you and sting the shit out you. Watch how that's a natural. You think a fucking if a bee or an owl could or a falcon could track you down, or a fucking tiger could remember you years later. If you don't think a UFO, something that's making that type of movement in the sky, you don't think that shit has some type of intelligence or memory that could do something to save his life or whatever, or defense mechanism, nigga? Natural organic defense mechanism. You out your fucking mind? That's why you can't fly certain things too high. Come on. That's obvious, y'all. That's not obvious. It's not obvious. I know that type of shit. I ain't find out that type of shit. I don't have access to the dark web. I don't. I wish I could see the footage. I was asking for a link. Maybe Casper site. You could give me a nice link. It doesn't necessarily have to be the dark web, but it could be whatever link where it's graphic footage. It's called dark energy. You know, graphic footage and stuff like that, where you see paranormal stuff or UFOs operating and things like that. Certain things is CGI, maybe. Yeah, they calling. Yeah, They calling the Lord, the King. They calling it. Yeah, the mommy, because you respect your mommy. Like I said, like I keep trying to tell my father. Right? Other cousins of mine. Yeah, facts. Picked up on that when I was a shorty. Tried to calm it down. Yeah. Being for you think it's sweet being in front of it. You're gonna get dumb scared when you get in front of that. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've seen and what you've been through. When you see that specific one, the one that they scared of, that they escort out of here, the monster, When they escort him out, you see why. You're very submissive. Yeah, you're submissive. It has you by force. So the United States government could do that to us. You feel me? They could do that to us. They could just kamikaze us that way. See, the thing about it, and I want people to understand, a green chakra, it comes from underwater, right? And you see there's a green alien, okay? So therefore there's a green electricity that's a strong electricity. It's a down drop. It's a down draft. And it's dark green, right? Deadly as hell. Deadly as hell. When you see it, it looks like a portal. So if you're calling us a shadow planet, a shadow earth, and that joint, that color, as meaningful as the color green, that specific color green is to us. For people that don't know, green has a curse to it due to the different shades, many shades of green. There's certain stigmas of green and shades of green that has curses to it, attached to it. And it is extraterrestrial. I know you heard of Terrarian or something like that. It was like interstellar underwater. I mean interdimensional, underwater, interstellar from out of the sky. That's what that whole joint is about. The color green. It does us good. Certain people, they plug the green. Certain people plug the gray and silverish, platinum. See what I'm saying? Word. But like DC stuff like that, yeah, they they know all of that shit. You attack certain UFOs. When you attack UFOs, you get punished and you get attacked by UFOs. They know that for a fact. You start to understand it too. Yo, that'd be so funny. You walking down the street and somebody just gets zapped by one of them drinks. What are you gonna do? Like, are you gonna go to work? Like, you gonna have like we so in check. Like, we gonna have to go to work. Like you. What you gonna go home? You gonna go home and eat what you live on a fourth floor, or the fifth floor? You gonna be thinking about that shit all fucking day. When 9/11 happened and I was up here, yo, I was so frightened. I was like thinking about my window, like one of these shits. All you think about is a plane crashing into your window. That's all you fucking think about. Dead ass serious for the sensitive people. You see that shit? I'm running to work. I'm not going home. I'm faking the clock. I'm faking the clock. I'm running to work. I'm not going home and going. You go upstairs and be by yourself after seeing some shit like that. I'm being around everybody. I'm about to be dumb quiet. If I ain't catch it on camera, I'm dead ass serious. I'm not saying nothing. If I ain't saying, I'm going straight to work. I might go play basketball by myself. I'm not going upstairs. It's just no way. You're gonna freak yourself out. That's my advice. That's my advice. Go about your day. See, that's what they doing. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying. When you got the lunar order and you create a Wolfman, is you releasing that nigga in the jungle? Like to go chase the Yeti? Or to go chase the New Jersey Devil? This is the shit I'm talking about. They released the peregrine falcon, the eagles and the birds to eat the rats in the city. But did you make Wolfman in the Yeti and release him to go find the New Jersey Devil or a leprechaun? See what I'm saying? It's a story to be told. That's scientists is making people. Scientists is making these things. Like that's a demon. A demon is a giant. That's what people don't realize. A demon is a giant. A demon is the Nephilim. That's a demon. That's what I'm saying. There's no such thing as a devil or actual a devil in Hindu. There's no such thing. So you made an animal or an indigenous. See, if I see this shit right here, this is the one I want y'all to shoot at. I'm not gonna show it. If y'all shoot at this shit right here, y'all some gangsta ass bitches. Y'all got my respect. One of these shits right here, you got my respect if you go at that shit right there. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. A demon is a giant. It's the Nephilim. Feel me? Like to be real with you, Sasquatch, that's a giant. Facts. I don't. It's a mini giant. It's a little giant. I'm dead ass serious. A bear is a fucking giant. You know what I'm saying? But Sasquatch is a giant. That's what this shit is all about. And there's something called the Iblis. The Iblis. That's the New Jersey Devil. That's what that shit is about. It's the polar opposite. The Jersey Devil, whatever you want, he don't like Sasquatch. He wanna piss in his cornflakes. Yup. Kick him in his knee and all that. You can tell that's how that shit is going. It's called the Iblis. Yeah, it's a fiery spirit. Clay, brown dirt, red fire, and white sperm. Iblis. That shit belong in Antarctica. You probably can't live on Antarctica. Yeah, the Michael Jackson situation, he had a what is it, side effect from the medication, and his face got worse. You know how little Dirk eye pop out? Michael Jackson's, that's what happened to him, and they had to fake his death. Yeah. Brought him to his secret society so he could finally chill out. Puffy probably wanted to kill him because Puffy and Tupac was secretly cool or something, and he could have hit the lottery by getting his catalog and everything. So yeah, that has, you feel me? Secret societies. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they making new humans. Niggas gonna start doing construction. Yeah, they gonna start looking like fucking yeah, like the Wolfman doing construction, and your husband is not gonna want to do construction no more. That's gonna be funny. Just like the movies. Facts. I'm ready for it. Yeah, they can't. You feel me? They can't fuck with certain. They, they can't do certain things. Like you can't hit certain things. They respect certain things. Why is that? You should be shredding everything moving in the sky. We should have no footage. Everything should be shreddable. Like, so. Yeah, that's why I said get gangster. Please do. Hit the gray shit. Yeah. Shoot at the gray shit. The big gray shit. Not the little worker, not the gray alien that's a drone. Not that shit. Shoot at the big gray shit. Yeah.